SmackDown in Fate at NXT tonight, or as I like to call it, the jobbers from the Blue brand turned up in development where they belong because they need to develop because they absolutely suck. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Wrestling here for an NXT recap in the park. Yes, old WJ Wrestling Jesus style park video. No, we're not watching the full 2-hour show. No, we're not sitting in front of a laptop. We're standing in the park where hopefully the wind isn't too bad.
Hopefully the wind is not too bad, but I like the outdoors. I like it out here. I like it quiet. Is it quiet? There's construction going on, but here, let's destruct NXT.
More chance of a tumbleweed flying past an NXT than there is out here, that is for sure. But yeah, let's just recap this because honestly NXT is not really worth watching these days. So until it gets better, then who knows. Like we will, I'm not saying we'll never watch NXT again, but just watching NXT every week isn't really for me. Maybe we'll watch like a heavily promoted show or try and watch one a month. Or you know what, if we have the time, we'll watch it each week. But this week we don't have the time, so therefore we're getting a recap.
Yeah, I mean, you say time, whatever. It's just not worth our time. You've got time, but it's not worth your time. I think there's a difference.
Yep. So
you know, Shawn Michaels coming out and be like,
cut the commercial. Trick Williams, he's out here playing black man games.
that does nothing for me.
no, I mean until an NXT review can generate about 2 hours of a working income, then it's not for me, buddy.
Yeah, which is about what, $30?
Nah, something like that. A long time away. So we start the show with Trick Williams. He's mad about losing his title. Cedric Alexander comes out. He's like, "Hey man, you need to give up on that. I gave you advice." Trick Williams is like, "Nah, look, I ain't giving up, buddy. Bro, I'm here for the title. I want that title back." Then Ashanti comes out and he basically tries to give the same advice Cedric was giving. Trick was like, "Yo boy, we don't need that here on NXT. Go back to SmackDown." And it's like, right, okay, what is really happening here? I don't know, but Trick Williams says he's NXT, I'm Trick, and I'm getting my title back. And they just have like a back and back promo. Cedric Alexander agrees to take on Trick Williams, and Ashanti says, "Hey Trick, another decision, another Trick mistake."
So there you have it. Trick Williams out there. It just feels like Trick Williams is in quicksand, and the quicksand is a bunch of bloody jobbers on the NXT brand, to say the least.
Yeah, the guys went from being NXT champ to wrestling Cedric Alexander. I don't see how people can't see that's a little bit concerning.
No, it is. You know, say what you want, right?
And if Trick Williams goes over within a couple of minutes, fair enough. But you know it's going to be one of these like 12-minute fucking 50-50 matches.
Like, I don't like Dragunov. You don't like Dragunov, but you see him on Raw with Braun Breaker, and I don't think he feels overly out of place. I think having him as the champion for like 9 months was a mistake. But he's better than the people Trick's feuding with now. Yeah, but it's night and day.
Cedric Alexander's been a bum in WWE, hasn't he, really, his entire
for 8
career?
years.
I mean, outside the Hurt business, where let's be honest, he was still like a bum.
Yeah.
It wasn't like Evolution, where you think every member had a purpose and every member was booked strong. See the Hurt business, Bobby Lashley was booked strong and everyone else looked like shit. Outside of maybe MVP, but he didn't really get in ring, so yeah, whatever. That's how we kick off the show. We then get the first match, Josh Briggs versus Brooks Jensen, no disqualification match. It seemed to go pretty long. Brooks Jensen got the win with the help of Sean Spears. Sean Spears, the chairman, coming out
perfect 10.
And it was hinted after the match that Spears will be Jensen's new mentor going forward. So I don't know what's your thoughts on that.
I mean, it does nothing for me. This guy's hired just simply because Cody Rhodes is wee pal. And Cody Rhodes, we don't like Cody Rhodes, and I'm sure as hell not going to like his wee fucking pal that's hired just because he's got a job. To be perfectly honest, I mean, the guy's 40 odds, he comes out with a chair. You know, it was his best run in AEW, yeah, but why is this guy in the developmental brand? Like, it's same with Michin and people like that. Fucking get rid of it. Even Cedric Alexander, I don't know what age he is, right? But see, if you've been on the main roster for 8 years, you serve no fucking purpose on the developmental brand. It makes no fucking sense.
If you want to be on the developmental brand, maybe pick up a trainer role like, I don't know, Michaels or fucking Matt Bloom or something.
Yeah, but you look at WWE, they hired Mark Henry, I believe, in '94, and realistically, Mark Henry never really got like a proper, you know, main roster run.
I'd say till about 2006.
Yeah. So
yes,
there is example, but yo, I'm willing to let it slide for at one point the world's strongest man who had some pretty big attitude era storylines, etc.
Yeah, but he's like he's an attraction, you know what I mean?
No,
I mean, Mark Henry, you've got a reason to keep him around. See if he sucks. He's the world's strongest fucking man. You can't just put that title on anybody. You know that is somebody worth having in the company. Cedric Alexander Michin. I mean, you can just replace
The world's
him.
smallest black man.
I mean, you can replace them, no bother. Anyway, up next with Axiom and Nathan Fraser. They run into the Rascals backstage. Wes Lee says that it's so much better with friends around. Axiom and Fraser say they never lost NXT tag team titles. Basically, the Rascals say that they're interested in the titles as well. And Axiom and Fraser talk about Fraser wrestling on speed. And Axiom accuses Fraser of putting individual goals in front of their tag team goals. Do you blame Nathan Fraser if he wants to get away for this masked muppet? I mean, really?
He is a masked muppet. Nathan Fraser, he was alright when he was doing the football vignettes, but ever since he's teamed up with this guy, it's went downhill.
Remember he did that wee news thing?
It was good. It was alright. Like,
I don't know why they don't bring that back. Whatever he's doing right now, it doesn't really work for me. Lola Face, Sol Ruca and Carmen Petrovich are watching Stephanie Fakir's performances in Mexico. Don't really care. They talk about the WWE tag team titles. I don't really care. And yeah, that's it. I don't really care. Second match, Lexi King versus Eddie Thorpe. And Eddie Thorpe wins. What the hell is happening with Eddie King? Or Eddie...
Lexis King.
Lexis King.
I have no idea what's happening with Lexi King, right? But I tell you what, this guy, initially they were like, oh, look, WWE, you know what they're doing with this guy, Brian Pillman Jr. Good vignette, dropped the name. What's happened since then? They've dropped the ball. That's what's happened. The guy's a jobber, losing every match he's in. I'm not saying the guy's fantastic, but does he not warrant a place? Like, see that Fatal 4-Way match? Does he not warrant a place? Like, why did Ethan Page get pushed to the world title, but not this guy?
Well, Ethan Page is older, he's more seasoned. Is he?
He's as seasoned as your dinner without any salt and pepper. That's how seasoned he is.
Third match.
Bland.
Oro Mensa versus Ashanti the Adonis.
What a match that is. Who won that one? Enlighten me.
I've noticed there's a lot of black wrestlers in NXT.
There is. Shawn Michaels definitely trying to
undo those claims that were made about him.
Undo those words that were scraped into Ahmed Johnson's car.
Truck, aye.
He must be at least back to congratulations at this point.
Well, I mean, you'd like to think so. He's got rid of the last part. We then get... What do we get next?
You tell me.
No Quarter Catch Crew.
These guys were on Slammiversary.
And I don't really know what they said, but I don't really care either, so it's alright. We then get Siobhan Evans, who agrees to be Axiom and Nathan Fraser's tag team partner since he's got nothing better to do tonight. That's literally what he said.
Is that the reason people tune into wrestling 2024? Nothing better to do tonight.
Like, I don't understand why this Siobhan Evans guy, right, is getting a massive push. I don't know why this guy went from being like on, what's it, Level Up?
Aye, Level Up, NXT Level Up.
Why did this guy go from being in Level Up to literally 2 months later being in a world title match on NXT? What is it about this Siobhan Evans, right? He's got no charisma, right? He's got no sort of physique or no physical assets, no personality, no character, no nothing, no gimmick. He's a shite version of Wes Lee, yet somehow Wes Lee's been there for almost 3 years now and never really got pushed beyond the NXT North American title. Yet Siobhan Evans has already surpassed that and been getting NXT title shots. I don't fucking get it with this guy. This guy's no different from like Ashanti the Adonis, just a young, light black guy that can do flips, but they can all do that. What sets this guy apart from everyone else? Why is this guy so special? Why is Siobhan Evans? I'm not hating on him. I just don't understand why he's getting pushed into the main event way before other people that have been there for like a couple of years and have not got there yet. It makes no sense to me.
The only logic I can think of is...
And he looks very similar to Wes Lee. Surely it should be Wes Lee in this guy's position, and then this guy takes Wes Lee's position.
I believe he's 21. Maybe that's why they're pushing him, but here... they've never pushed age before recently. I mean, it's like, why would they push this guy instead of Joe Hendry? Joe Hendry.
Well, as 50 Cent said, I've got 21 questions, and every single one of them is asking why this guy's getting pushed, because he sucks. Anyway, I put my phone away. I need to pull it back out to check the results, because we're moving on to the next part. Fourth match, we've got Ren Sinclair with the No Quarter Catch crew taking on Carly Bright with Kendall Gray. Fuck me, I couldn't really tell you who's who here.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you who's who. Not so bright.
It's bleak. It's dim.
I mean, the credit I will give to NXT is the women look like women.
Yes, none look like Rhea Ripley. And
You know
Zoe
what,
Stark.
I think we need to actually tone down on Rhea Ripley a wee bit. I think we are a wee bit harsh on Rhea Ripley.
Well, yeah, she's nowhere near Zoe Stark or what's that other rat called?
Rhea
Shayna Baszler.
Ripley's pretty attractive. She's just
Built like a man.
unfortunately looks like a man at times, like, you know. And especially when she puts all that stupid gothic makeup on, I don't think it does her any favours. When you see her away from WWE, like, she's very pretty. But anyway, my point is, I think just NXT have like normal looking people.
I think that was Buddy Murphy's requirements for the angles here. You're alright, you can do it, but you have to look like a man to do it.
I know, but I even think Liv Morgan's looked better recently. I can remember when she was going through that period where she'd always have like the eyeshadow and the teardrops. It's like,
It just looks
it
pish.
looks really fucking, I don't know, it looks really...
Maybe simplicity is key.
Yeah, I think on NXT it's just like a natural look.
Yeah.
They look like people that would be going to the gym or something
Maybe
like
it's development cuts, who knows?
that. But you look at like Shayna Baszler with all the raccoon fucking eyeshadow makeup, it's like, well, what are you doing? Like,
Well, when she takes it off, she looks even worse.
Shia
to be
Lee
honest.
comes up and got all this weird... I just don't get it, like, but anyway, let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's go. Let's talk about it.
Ronda Rousey, what was it? What was with her makeup? Why did she
well.
always come out looking like a fucking panda or something?
She's a fucking loser.
She is, but then
She's
again,
a panda that panders.
we're in the park talking about NXT, so what's that make us?
Who's the
real loser here,
2-for-1 special? When you walk your dog, you talk about NXT, don't you?
Right, Ridge Holland, Ren Sinclair won. Okay.
Yes.
Riley Osborne says that Duke took Oba to the limit and he's proud of him, and he's made Chase U proud. So there you go. They're going to get new Chase U t-shirts, and it's Christmas time in July. Kelly Cansett then sits down with Fia Hale. Fia Hale says that she's going to become the new NXT champion, a women's champion, when she defeats Roxanne Perez. You know what? See, at this point, why not? I think Roxanne Perez is boring me. I don't see the harm in putting the belt on.
Yeah, a flashback to like what, 16 months ago. I've got mental health problems, so I'm dropping the belt. Fuck off. Was that actually a story, or was that legit? Because I think if that's legit, like, unless you're, but I was going to say if you're like mammoth proportions in the star department, you just don't do that.
I tell you what, see if that was storyline wise, I think it fucking flopped. Because see if they were hoping for a big, she actually made it into the match, like they never got that.
I think it's a good way maybe to actually get like heel heat, like pretending to have mental health problems, but then be like, if I'm mentally strong, you're all losers buying into it. But that would make WWE look bad, and they would get so much backlash for all these fucking lefty losers, man, that believe in all this mental health garbage. Anyway, move on.
Well, I mean, technically it is real, but I get what you're saying.
No, it's real, but it's so you know, Stone Cold Steve Austin didn't have mental health fucking problems. John Cena didn't.
Nah, I think once you talk about having mental health problems, you can't be a main eventer.
We all get done. See, didn't guy feel up talking about this shit in the middle of fucking nowhere? No, but I get on with it.
He gets on with it. Right, up next we have sixth match, Metaphor versus Sol Ruka and Carmen Petrovic. So, yeah, we have that. Metaphor win. Nah, I don't really care. Metaphor then will challenge the Unholy Union at next week's Great American Bash, and the chances of Metaphor winning are absolutely zero.
Yeah, Metaphor not winning. Just another team that's outstayed its welcome, really.
We then get Ethan Page and Oro Mensah backstage. Didn't really say much.
1, 2, 3.
Ethan Page says that, you know, last week he's talking about a 1, 2, 3 or something. Now I don't care. We then get I don't know, we get some sort of fucking vignette backstage. Tony D challenges Tavern Heights to an NXT Heritage Cup Championship match. I hate the Heritage Cup. Ethan Page has a conversation with Ava and says he'll defend his NXT Championship against Oro Mensah.
No, wait, see, back to the Heritage Cup, right? I thought initially it was like, this is a bit intriguing. But see, when you're having it every fucking week, it doesn't feel special anymore. It just feels like another match.
Yeah, we have a Joe Hendry concert, which, I mean, might have to check that out. Oh no, wait, that's for next week. All right, Great American. All right, well maybe next week. Next week's Great American Bash, week 1. We'll probably watch that.
Joe Hendry.
Week 1, week 2. We'll probably watch both. Why not? Joe Hendry concert. That does it for me. Right, main event: the Rascals versus Axiom, Nathan Fraser, and Siobhan Evans in a 6-man tag team match. And at the end, the Rascals get the win, and the show goes off the air.
What a wait for the show to go off the air. TNA Light picking up the victory.
Aye.
There's a helicopter looking for a bunch of weirdos talking about NXT. But what's your thoughts then?
Didn't really interest me. Next week is the Great American Bash, so we will watch that one. But yeah, I'm excited to see it. Well, not excited.
Fucking real that.
Joe Hendry on NXT next week. That'll be nice to watch, I guess. It'll be a pleasant surprise. It'll be something different. Joe Hendry concert. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll catch you guys in the next one. No rating because it's a recap. So
It's
yeah.
a non-applicable.
Aye.
But if I was to guess, I'd give it a 1.
Aye. Sounds about right.
Pish. Anyway, till next time. Peace.